This meeting is being recorded. Good afternoon. This is Reverend Twyla Reece coming to you from Unity of Merced, California. You can find us on our website to easily find past recordings at unitymerced.org and on our YouTube channel, Unity of Merced. And please remember to subscribe. It's easier to find them if you have it as a subscription, and of course at Unity of Merced on Facebook. It is so lovely to be with you this afternoon. This morning, during our Sunday morning service, I was sharing about the topic of remembering to find your place in the universe that brings you amazement. What amazes you about planet Earth? What amazes you about your life? What rings your bell? What moves you, right? I could go on and on. But what amazes you? I want to share with you, see if I can pull this up. This is an image that Neil deGrasse Tyson posted. I found it on his Facebook page, but I know that it's in other areas as well. Let me bring it up for you and share this with you. I hope you can see this. This photo was taken by focusing the Hubble telescope in the emptiest part of space for 10 days. Every blip in this photo is not a star, it's an entire galaxy. Does that make you go, wow? So every blip that you are seeing, every point of light, it's not a star, it's an entire galaxy. Somewhere in there is our Milky Way galaxy that we are a part of. There is so much in this great, great universe, right? I love that picture. I absolutely love that picture. Thank you, Hubble telescope, and all of those people that have made that technology available to us in order for us to see an expansive universe. For all of us to be able to see and to remember, or even just to simply know that we of ourselves are not the center of the universe, but that we are a part of a greater whole. We are a part of a greater whole, that we are one with this seamless beauty and majesty of eternity, of entirety, that we of ourselves are starseed. I found when I was sharing this morning that I didn't really have the words to convey what it is I wanted to convey because it is so vast. It is absolutely so vast and wonderful. I feel that all I can do is speak for myself. And as a member of the human race, I have a feeling I'm not alone. But I so often get caught up in what is going on in my own life. Now, I don't want to diminish that. I don't want to invalidate my little meager existence because it too is important. But it is not the only thing that's going on. It still needs to be tended to, cared for, loved, protected, right? All of those things. But when I can remember to keep a perspective that I am a part of a larger whole, it brings me such comfort. It brings me such hope. when I look at the things that are going on planet Earth right now, from climate change to disruptive politics to, oh my gosh, so many things, what I tend to call, and maybe it's not a very good affirmation, but just looking at the reality of things, the reality of having so many mean people on the planet right now. I say that, oh, not in jest, but I really don't. It's just that I don't want to insult anyone. But at the same time, come on, folks, where's your love? Where's your love? Open up your hearts. Open up your compassion. Speaking of compassion, one of the writers, teachers that I so respect is Matthew Fox, who um, used to be a Catholic priest, but because of his forward thinking ideas, again, I don't want to insult anyone, but just saying what is, he was defrocked by the Catholic Church because his ideas did not line up with the prescribed message. But you can find him. It's Matthew Fox Daily Meditations. You can find him online. Beautiful, wonderful writing, beautiful teachings. But on July 17th, last week, he posted one of his meditations talking about we have been celebrating the vastness of soul that we all carry within us. And I'm paraphrasing a bit here. Sorry, Matthew, if for some random reason you see this video, which who knows. Let me start over again, but know that I am paraphrasing his words. We have been celebrating the vastness of soul that we all carry within us, or better said, that carries all that is within us. See that difference? The vastness of soul that we carry within us, but better said, that vastness of soul that carries all that is within us. See that greater, that expansiveness, our bodies included. Scientist, mystic, Jesuit priest, and philosopher Teilhard de Chardin, and poet, activist, priest, and contemplative Father Ernesto Cardinale, who blends Latin American history to the new creation story. They speak to the reality of the cosmos and expanded soul. These are not just conversations of the 21st century. This is a conversation that of the expansiveness of the cosmos that has been going on since the beginning of time, perhaps, the beginning of time when there has been a consciousness to be able to have a conversation. And who knows what level of intelligence was having these conversations before humanity evolved on planet Earth. This morning, I shared that even the earliest hieroglyphic cave drawings and the earliest Egyptian tablets that have been found, so much of it has been about the stars and the planets, the sun and the moon. Human beings have always had an understanding of that deep spiritual pull to connect with and know that's something greater. Whatever that greater is for you, whatever it is that you may call it. Teilhard de Chardin says, our own age seems primarily to need a rejuvenation of supernatural forces to be affected by driving roots deeply into the nutritious energies of the earth. Isn't that beautiful? He's saying that there's a need to rejuvenate our understanding, our connection to the supernatural forces, because it is not sufficiently moved by a truly human compassion, because it is not exalted by a sufficiently passion admiration of the universe. We forget. Simply put, human beings can get so caught up in the details of life, whatever those details may be for you, but we get so caught up that we forget the awe, that we forget the wonder, that we forget the rhapsody that is all around us. I want to share with you another image. Let me see if I can pull this one up. And I always say that because I just never know if my technology is going to be compatible here. But Father Ernesto Cardinal, another priest that was silenced and then had that removed. He was quite a liberal thinker, and his work with the creation story, he interpreted it metaphorically instead of biblically. And that got him into some trouble with the church, with the Catholic Church. But later he was brought back into the good graces. So let me see if I can pull this up. I love this. He's a poet, and he is known for writing Cosmic Canticle. And these are the opening lines. What's in a star? We are. All the elements of our body and of the planet were once in the belly of a star. We are stardust. 15 trillion years ago, we were a mass of hydrogen floating in space, turning slowly, dancing. We are universal. And after death, we will help to form other stars and other galaxies. We come from the stars, and to them we shall return. I love this so much. I'm so grateful to Matthew Fox for bringing this to my attention this week. All the elements of our body and of the planet were once in the belly of a star. Ah, turning slowly, dancing. We were a mass of hydrogen, hydrogen floating in space, turning slowly, dancing. We are universal. And after death, we will help to form other stars and other galaxies. We come from the stars, and to them we shall return. How beautiful is that? Thank you, Father Ernesto, for those beautiful words. Yeah, you could see how that's not quite the same creation story that we read from Genesis. So I want to just reiterate, not only the possibility, but the reality that you are starseed. This morning we played a little bit of Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young, right? Woodstock. We are starseed. We are stardust. And we have to find our way back to the garden. We are stardust. We are being. And we need to remember that and return back to that metaphorical garden, that metaphysical garden of creation where we remember who we are. So, what are you going to do with this? What do you want to do with this? It's lovely information, it's fun information. And yet, how does it make a difference in your life? What do you want to do with it? How do you want to expand your universe by remembering to be a part of the solution of humanity, not a part of the problem? So, I want to share with you another piece as I wrap this up. This is a bit of writing by a gentleman by the name of James Altucher. Sorry if I am destroying the pronunciation of that name. James Altucher. This is what he says. I love this. I love it all. What can I say? Every day, this is your how to, this is your homework, okay? Every day I wake up and say, I'm going to save a life. All day long, I look for situations where I can save a life. And I do it. Every day I save at least one life. Today I probably saved 5 lives, and I feel good about it. Try it. Wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to save at least one life today. Even helping an elderly person across the street counts. Of course it does. Even responding to an email or helping someone make an important decision saves a life. Even reaching out to a distant friend and asking, how are you doing, can save a life. You can save a life today. Don't let the sun set without doing that. You are a superhuman. You are a superhuman. We can save lives. Now, we may not know how we're saving that life. We may not know what effect we are having on that individual person's life, but we are moving the evolution of humankind along. We are showing love. We are showing compassion. We are sowing and showing generosity. We are showing up in the world. And don't forget to save your own life while you're at it. What one thing can you do this day, tomorrow, the next day that increases the meaning of your life? We are stardust. We come from the stars. We will return to the stars. And in that photo that I shared with you from the Hubble telescope, oh my goodness, you saw how many galaxies and that's just that picture, right? Those are galaxies, not individual stars, galaxies. And within those galaxies are innumerable stars. We are one with all that is. We are truly one with all that is. We cannot be separated from any of that. No physical heaven, no physical hell. States of consciousness. We get to choose whether we are existing or in heaven or hell. Do you want to be a part of the solution or a part of the problem? Seems like a pretty easy choice to me. Remember how truly amazing you are. Remember that you are not just a spark of divinity. You are one with everything that is divine, truly and completely. Live in the rhapsody. Live in the awe and beauty of the wonderful world and universe around you. Have a great week. Remember to breathe deeply, save a life, save your own life. Yes, you are one with all that is, and so it is. And I'll see you next week. Bye for now.